Hello everyone, this is Debunk video number 9. Intended to help all those rodeo clowns out there that just don't get it. Before we get started, I'd like to say that in almost every case that is looked at by social media, we are all rodeo clowns when it first starts. We are devoid of any kind of fact or any information that's reasonable or put together in any sort of structure. We're all just kind of getting information and putting things out there, what we think might have happened and so forth. I mean, I remember early on there was barns being looked at. The crime scene location was marked incorrectly in news articles in the wrong spot. Just all kinds of garbage. So we're all getting this information in, and it's not cohesive, and it's not put in to any sort of order that makes sense. So we are all rodeo clowns, wildly speculating, and I can say that I was one of those people. I early on thought that the suspect image was taken on the northwest side of the bridge. We all know now that it was taken on the southeast side of the bridge, but I thought it was at the time. Let me show you why. This is one of Julie Melvin's videos. She made this for me in March. She's got some of the best reference videos out there, along with Bonnie Rame and Beth Moyer Klein. All right, good stuff. But this is one of, I got this in March, but I was using, just regular photos at the time of the bridge, and I thought that this platform here was this platform, and this tree was somewhere in there. I could never find it, and the reason I couldn't find it is because it simply just doesn't exist. That tree is not there. Okay, but I had that solidly in my mind until I got anything that disproved it. Okay, so I need something to disprove me, and then I'll change my opinion. All right, so amazingly, in the large Facebook group, I think Carolyn is her name, she showed me this forked tree. I don't know if it was this image or one that was similar to it. There's a few images that have that forked tree in it. But when I saw this one, I was like, I don't know, come on. And then I took the suspect image and I put it out there, and I immediately said, whoa, that's it. I mean, you can even see right there, this part of the tree, it comes down and Y's off. Look at that, right there. I mean, it's exactly the same. Platform. And then once I saw that, things completely changed for me. At this point, I knew this was at the southeast end of the bridge. Okay, so now we know that Libby's camera is on the southeast end of the bridge filming back. Okay, at that time I thought she was on platform 6, which is about 65 feet away from the end of the bridge. This photograph right here is taken from platform 6. In my first flow video that I made, I also thought Libby was on platform 6 when she filmed the suspect. But that's actually about 65 feet further onto the bridge from the southeast side than she really was. Libby was off of the southeast side of the bridge when she filmed the suspect. Okay, that's all in the Flow 3 video if you want to check it out. I had also thought early on that it was possible that the girls were killed on the south side of the creek, which is right here. All right, so north is this way and south is down here. The south side of the creek, and were then drug across the creek and placed in this area after they were killed on this side. I don't think that's, wild speculation. I just think I believe it's way more likely that they were forced off this end of the bridge, down the hill. Maybe they even were forced to walk a little bit down the private drive and then down the hill in this area. And then were forced to cross the creek at gunpoint. It's also possible that they tried to escape and ran across the creek and then were caught over here and then killed. Okay, We don't know the answer to that question. Law enforcement probably does, but we don't as in the general public, okay? I got somebody that's really on my case for actually saying that a long time ago, as if it's some wild speculation, like saying that there was oars in your pants, or an oxygen tank, or a cigarette sticking out of his nose. You know, it's crazy, all right? It's nothing like that. So those are my speculations that I was wrong about early on. I also didn't know much about where the sun angle, and I didn't know much about I was kept getting northwest and southeast wrong when I would say it out loud, even though mentally I knew what I was talking about. This parking area here I had no clue about until a guy named Craig mentioned it to me, so that helped fill in the blank of where they were parked and where the girls were dropped off, and then where they walked down the trail onto the bridge, and then the general flow goes across this way. Okay, so there you go. We were all rodeo clowns at one time. I've moved on, and now everything's based on facts that I can prove, okay? The beginning of the case, nobody had facts. It was just 3 images, all right? And those images are this image, and a video of basically this same image. There's like 3 images out there, and they're all basically in the same spot. Okay, so that's all we had, and now let's get into today's topic of debunking video number 9. Today we'll be discussing what seems like what we discuss often are the 2 Snapchat images taken by Libby, all right, and the wild speculation that we are seeing from similar people. It's amazing. There's a group called Rumors. It's about rumors in the case, which is pretty disgusting in itself, just to have a name like that. But this person put out a clarion call to all admins, hear me, message me. And so what they did was they created a like 20-something private chat with like 20 admins, okay? I'm an admin, but I didn't even care. I mean, there's no way in hell I'd join anything like that. It would just be an absolute nightmare, and let me show you why. The person that runs the Rumors group and put out the clarion call has the initials JM, all right? They use my initials all the time, so I figure I'll use theirs. Look at this. So what she's claiming on this image, the first image taken on the bridge by Libby, that this little tan area right there is actually Abby. Okay, can you actually picture that at all? I mean, she says that's Abby standing there. Now let's look at some of these messages. This is all in that private chat, by the way. So she circled this area. And it looks like there's been a little bit of, contrast setting there to make it pop out a little bit more. You can see right there. And so admins only. You see that nice little piece up there? And then JM writes, I think it's Abby. Referring to that spot. Everyone knows this is Abby, but she's referring to the little white spot, the light spot. All right? And then somebody asks, laying down? And then JM says, no. Look at both photos by Libby. Okay, I don't know who this person is here. It's not the same. It's not JM. But that person might be Julie. It says, Julie, that's what I thought also. Looks like something laying. Someone laying. But Julie didn't say that. She asked a question. Okay, and then JM says, look at the ties running down the sides. Pay very close attention to them. They are mirror flipped. One photo was taken in selfie mode. Mirror flipped. One photo was taken in selfie mode. I am guessing the one with Abby in it is the one on selfie mode. Okay, so she thinks the one of Abby that I showed earlier is the one that was taken in selfie mode. And she thinks everything's flipped, and that's why you need to check out the side rails. That's completely wrong, and I'll show you later. All right, so here's the arrow pointing again at that light spot. Don't you think you can do black and white with, or don't think you can do black and white with a front-facing camera, not to mention the angle. I think that white-looking thing is Abby standing on the bridge. So somehow this is Abby standing on the bridge right there. Yeah, I mean, when people are standing, aren't they normally vertical? You know? Yeah, just doesn't really make sense to me. Both photos was released in Snapchat at the same time. Okay. Now let's see. It's blurry, but something there. Look at what Abby had on. So Abby has on the tan jacket. So she's saying that's got to be what that is. Oh, her jacket. Light colored, almost white or off-white jacket. And then someone says, oh, I'm on my phone, I can't see it. Ah, big deal. All right. I still think the girls played around on the north side because Abby was afraid of the bridge. I don't think they crossed it at all. But I do think the bridge guy, or bad guy, bridge guy, came up on them from the south side behind them. To the north. See, I think everything happened on the north side of the bridge. They was dropped off on the north photo on the north, found in north, and pick up was supposed to be on the north, meaning everything happened on the north. No, it doesn't mean that at all, actually. Okay? I think went across as he was following them, and maybe thought cross he won't, but he had gust from north to south without them seeing him, or they'd have ran across. I'm assuming across is what the X stands for. All right. Maybe the bodies were meant to be left on Weber's land, but the girls ran across to Logan's. Just thinking, he would have less risk leaving by the south end. Walked the ATV trail, more wooded, back roads, etc. The photo of Abby is on the north. The man on the bridge is coming from the south up behind them. Okay? And that's completely false. So she's actually got the suspect walking the opposite direction on the bridge because she thinks that the shot is flipped somehow. Okay? She's completely wrong. All right? If you watch the Flow 3 video, she obviously hasn't seen it. It completely debunks all of this garbage. All right. Let's just prove some of this really quickly with some video right here. All right. So this guy right here is Bonnie Raime's husband, okay? It's not the bad guy. It's not the bridge guy, all right? Yes, he does have jeans. He does have a jacket on right there. But no, this is actually just her husband. All right? So we're going to have him walk really quick across to where the first photo was taken. All right, and boom. There it is. See the vine right there? That's it. Now we're going to slide it over. We're going to move in the full shot of the bridge. It was taken at a different angle. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrunch down Liberty's image so that it looks similar. All right, now look at this. Compare this railroad tie should be all that you need to look at. It's exactly the same. All right, look at this shape right there. It's exactly this shape, and then this destroyed area, and then just take a look at it. You got the vine right here. You got this one. All right, it's exactly where it was taken. So this image is across, looking to the southeast side of the bridge. There is absolutely no doubt about it. And in the other Snapchat image, the one that Libby took of Abby, there is no doubt that that image is actually filming back to the northwest. There's no flipping going on. There's nothing. Let me show you. All right, so this is the Julie Melvin video again, back a little bit further than earlier. All right. So I'm just going to play this and you can watch what it's actually doing. So this isn't the direction that Libby was walking, but this will be the platform that she was on when she filmed back at Abby. All right, so she walked from this direction, then came onto this platform and turned around and filmed Abby. All right, so she was about right here. Abby was standing about right there, but Libby was actually back a little bit further on the platform that I found out. All right, now I'm just going to show you this part because it's interesting. You know, Julie turned around and filmed back towards the southeast, and you can actually see the end of the bridge. And if you notice right there, see how it's really light? Okay, that's what JM was seeing in that full shot of the bridge that she called Abby. So somehow that's Abby right there. All right, makes no sense. It doesn't even make sense no matter how you look at it. Because if you believe that that was Abby, that means Abby is about 600 feet away from Libby when she took that photo. Okay? That doesn't make any sense either. All right? So let's get back to the actual shot of Abby. All right? So here we go. We're on the bridge. There's the image. That's the start of the bridge. The creek's right down there. The creek's closer to the creek goes right under the start of the, let's go back to this real quick. See the creek right there? That goes under the northwest side of the bridge. So as soon as you start crossing the northwest side, you start crossing the creek. All right? So that's what's just below in this image right here. So if you were to back up a little bit, you can see the creek right there because you're about ready to go back over the northwest side of the bridge. There's absolutely no doubt about it. All right, so let's overlay the image of Abby. All right, and now I'm going to turn it on and off. You see how that fits in there perfectly? Notice the little two grasses right there, the grass there, and there's two railroad ties that looks almost merged together right there. All right. So I'm going to blink it on and off, and you can just tell that's the same location exactly. Compare the railroad ties too. The side rails and the markings on them. Exactly the same. You know, the image isn't taken in exactly the same location, but it's close. That's why I had to rotate the image of Abby and so forth. All right. So there's absolutely no doubt in this image that it's even correctly oriented. All right. So you're looking at this video. That's a real video. It's not flipped or anything. And when Libby took the shot of Abby, it's not flipped either. Everything's completely accurate and correct. Okay? So I'm hoping that this actually debunks the crap that's coming out of those groups. I mean, you're looking at a little tan spot on a bridge and you call that Abby standing up. And who cares about the facts or anything? It's not even vertical. It absolutely made no sense at all. And I'm hoping that people that are still rodeo clowns will someday let facts win the day. Okay? And I'm sorry if there's any rambling and so forth in this video, but I was trying to get a bunch of stuff in, and some of the stuff I was reading was even hard to read, and I apologize for that. And until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye.